Good afternoon, everybody. This is Harmeet again. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day and watching these videos. If you do like them, please subscribe and hit the like button and all that jazz. All right, let's get going. So last week when we left off, we were talking about the Fed coming in and giving us some sort of jolt to the markets, hopefully, and see what they were saying. It wasn't much about what they were going to raise for the basis points. We already knew it was pretty much they had the dot plot and the Fed tool. I'm not sure how many of you followed that or not, but they pretty much were coining in 25 basis point move, and that's what we got. But the wording was kind of weird, and that's why we saw this massive kind of move down. And what we were talking, at least I was talking about, was the fact that you want to let this volatility come in, let the markets digest what the Fed is saying, and kind of give us an idea what market may be thinking, if they are bullish or bearish. And the idea was that we want to at least wait until today, Monday, and see what they're saying. So far, I think we pretty much it's been a dud. As you can see, we are still in this bearish flag range, okay? But we have to be cognizant of the fact that the way I have it set up, that the second wave is over, and we are starting to see this kind of leading diagonal structure being formed. But also just be mindful that just because I have the second wave completing here does not mean that it is complete. Okay, there is still, what I would like to see is move above this point. Let's just quickly mark that point for you guys. Let me get that tool. So what I want to see is get over this, let's just say 419. We'll get rid of this 410. We don't need it anymore. We need this just go above 419s, and for all extensive purposes, break 420. This is where we know that we are in fact starting a larger bullish cycle that everybody's been waiting for, at least the ones that are that are bullish bias monthly, and they want to just play the long side and not too much on the short side, because it's a lot easier to be long than it is to be short. So that being said, let's just quickly look at, there's not much to add to it this week for at least the wave count. I think that we still need a little bit more information to come in to tell us where we stand. I think understanding that this momentum, okay, these momentum highs and lows, that let's just say 389 to 403, this zone is extremely important right now. And if, as long as it stays in there, that's fine. If it wants to start breaking out, we can start looking at completing and going through this 407 level as our next target. Of course, the larger target being 424 now. Let's quickly just look at also our daily chart. That's pretty much the same idea. I just want you guys to know that this was where the larger wave ended, and this is a first, okay, and this is a second, and that's pretty much how I have it set up. So this is first, this is second, okay. We're waiting to see if it will take us above this 418 level, okay. The one thing that I do not like is this 50 to 100 day trap that has been set up in this specific price action, okay. Yes, the price is above 200, but it is below 50, so this trap is very important to watch. And if the markets have to go higher, it has to get out of this trap and start, the price action has to get out of this trap and start trading above this 50-day moving average to say, okay, this golden cross then does mean something. Right now, all we know is that, if I'm not sure if you guys can see it, that we are starting to concave down on this 50-day moving average. Okay, and I don't like that. I want to see it, the slope to be positive for 50. And the pull of the slope, the only way it will be positive is if the price action starts moving above this 50-day moving average, and it gives us a great idea where markets could be heading from there on out. Okay, so let's get to the next chart that we look at, QQQs. I did again. I was mentioning that they are in a little bit better place than the IWM or SPY is in, and we do know that. Now I haven't started. The way I have it set up is that that was the completion of larger A wave. We're still in this B wave, so there is no clear cut idea of where it could be. If this truly is the B wave, and this was the end of the A wave was actually the end of the larger second wave correction. What I don't like about it, and that's just purely fib, is the fact that we're still stuck at this 38.2 zone. And that, if we cannot get through this zone properly and start tackling these higher fib zones, that means the downtrend is still pretty strong. Okay, and then we can expect this to move down. That saying that if this truly is the B wave. But that does not mean that markets can't just, stay in this range for a little bit and then decide if they want to go up or down depending on what happens. Okay, that is what I am thinking. The way it is right now, I do like this structure. It is moving up, and we should hopefully, for Qs specifically, my bias is long, and we will see how this pans out. I don't want to trade this mess right now. Again, just holding on to one position. There's no reason to overtrade at this point. I think once there's a clear-cut idea, markets will give us that clue, and you can then just be all, everything, all chips on the table. Let's go. We're getting this bullish signal that we haven't seen for a couple of years now. So just know that we are still in this danger zone when it comes to Qs. Let's quickly look at the daily chart, and the reason I like, again, the same reason, that this golden cross right here. First of all, two things are happening that I explained in SPY chart that I wanted to see. The golden cross first is a true thing where I do see price action trading above the 50 SMA and above the 200. The 200 is starting to flatten out, and the 50 has a positive slope. And we are in this kind of what I call a J hook. Well, it is a J hook. Okay. This is set up for a nice breakout if we can get going above this last level. Let's just quickly point out what the last level is, so everybody knows what I'm talking about. Is a 318.68, and that is a very, very, very important level. Don't understand that this could also form a cup and handle, which I would like to see. Here's your cup, and if we get a handle like this, or it's just if you think that we already are in a handle, for example, here, and here's your handle. Again, this breakout is what I am looking forward to get extremely bullish and getting going. The 38 point, the fib level on the hourly chart, that if we do break through this, will get us going towards the 329, 330 zone, and that would be very bullish, and that would give me more confidence to say that this level right here, the 254.26, was actually the low. Okay, I understand it's been almost 6 months, but we still have not gone through and broken through this last major. The last major high that we saw, which is right here, the 334.42. So it needs to get through that. So these levels become really, really important. It needs to stay somewhat here. I don't want to see a breakdown from here, and we can start putting on more bullish trades as we move forward. Let's get to IWM, and I did clean up this chart a little bit more, and I'm still thinking that we are getting close to ending this larger cycle, the bearish cycle that we've been in for IWM. We've a lot of the times I have pointed out in the past that you see a lot of these flat consolidations, and that's normal. It has been going through it. There is a lot of volatility in IWM. We have seen it. This was the bank route right now is starting to stabilize and starting to move up. We wanna see it. What I do want to see is get through this congested area. Once we get through this congested area and start finding some sort of bottom right here, or even just going sideways and moving up and down, I think it will be good. There is quite a bit of symmetry where it did stop. Okay, these are symmetrical points, and there is quite a bit of fib zones that are clustered, that is set up also, that was set at the last low, which was 162.50. So I want to see it stay above that 162.50 level. I want to see it move forward from here. I'll at least go sideways and not break down any further. This will give me more confidence to say that this could be the end of a second wave. Okay, and that would also give me more confidence to go into IWM that it was truncated fifth wave or truncated C wave, okay, on the larger side, ABC wave from this ABC. Okay, I hope that we can get going and move up. I hope this Oh, never mind. It's not truncated at all. The C wave is not truncated. It's actually extended quite a bit. But it is, what I'm saying is that the fifth wave right here, excuse me, I apologize. The fifth wave, this wave, is truncated. Okay. And then this, we can start looking at it moving up again. The biggest thing I want to see is get over this 202 level, and that's the only time I can be bullish for IWM. Otherwise, we're just stuck in this large Darvis zone, and that would be okay for IWM to do for now, and just find some sort of base and get going. Just quickly look at the daily chart. As you can see, there's a few things happening here that are worse than SPY and QQQ. First thing, we are trading below both 50 and 200, okay, even though we've had this golden cross. And also what we are seeing, this slope down starting to occur in 50, and sloping down starting to occur. It's concaving down. Both of these averages have concave down. That means this obviously is a squele of this larger momentous move that was driven by the runs on bank, the regional banks. So let's see where it goes. IWM is still in the gutter, I would say, and there's nothing more that I can really add to the fact that there is for now no bullish trade or bearish trade, because we have not gone through the last low. We are hovering right there, so I would want to watch this. I want to see how it behaves once we again start seeing these averages concave back up, and that means the price action has to move up. We will have an idea of if we wanted to have a bullish trade setup for IWM. Again, thank you so much for listening. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate you guys taking out the time. And we will catch you soon. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.